our world is hiding many strange things that most of us have never seen. From the unexplainable to the most mysterious videos. And wait till you see what happened in this shocking video. These are 45 moments humans were never meant to see.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
Video recorder.
The deeper you look into this video, the worse it gets. This was captured by a woman in the sky of Beverly Hills, California, just a week ago when she was going to drop her son off at the school van. It was a mystic smoke formation, making different shapes and gliding higher and higher in the sky. After watching for a while, something even more unsettling happened when it formed the shape of a woman with long, black, and disheveled hair, legs suspended in the air. She was convinced that it was a witch she had once heard about in stories.
Can you see that?
Huge snow wall. A passenger flying from Sweden to Finland captured a scene so strange that it left viewers shocked. He was filming the cloudy sky from the window when a thick wall of snow was seen crossing the clouds and rising higher into the sky, making it look as if the plane were entering another dimension. Out of curiosity, he shared the clip on Instagram, where many viewers brushed it off as a result of CGI. Huge cockroach. A man went deep into the forest near his home in Ithaca, New York, USA, to search for his missing dog. He saw something so frightening that his heart began to race. A huge cockroach was crawling across the snow on its creepy legs. He kept his distance and filmed it, moving as if it were guarding its territory. He changed his route to look for his dog, wondering what other dangers might be hiding in the woods. Flying tree. On the 27th of August, 2021, people in Bar Harbor, Maine, were busy with their day when they saw something impossible. A palm tree was floating in the air with no visible support. Everyone who saw it was stunned and quickly began recording it on their phones. When the clips were posted online, many viewers believed it might be hanging from a large crane, used to move big trees to new locations. But for the people who were there, it felt like they had just seen something far more mysterious. Dust devil. A man was heading home after filling water from a well in Aus, Namibia, back in 2022, when he encountered something unsettling. Right in front of him was a strange swirl of dust, and something living seemed to be inside it. It was a dark creature with a pointy nose, standing on all fours, swirling in the dust, before vanishing and leaving nothing behind but dust. After witnessing this strange moment, he became certain it was the dust devil he had heard about in local stories, said to roam the area and cause the loss of livestock. Frightening moment. This strange moment was captured by a family in Eureka Springs, Arkansas, when they burned the clothes of their deceased grandfather, never expecting what would happen next. Suddenly, one of the garments began to spin in the air. Everyone was shocked to see what was happening in front of them. The cloth then hovered with its sleeves outstretched, smoke rising from it, and it looked as if a ghost were revealing itself before vanishing into the air. The family began to wonder if some evil spirit had been attached to the clothes. Streaks of light. 1 year ago in Bisbee, Arizona, a man heard a thundering sound, so he turned on his camera and went to the top of his house. What he witnessed was unbelievable. Bright red streaks of light were moving from right to left and left to right, accompanied by a strange sound. As he watched this moment, he became convinced it might be some kind of alien activity, especially since there had been rumors of strange aircraft sightings in the city just days before. Frog rain.
No way.
One rainy morning, people were waiting for the bus on Essen Lane in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, USA, when something strange began falling from the sky. Not hail, not debris, but frogs. Thousands of frogs were raining down, and people recorded the scene with their jaws dropped. They had heard of fish rain before, but never frog rain. However, people online quickly started calling it a hoax.
It's literally raining
What?
frogs.
Look at my car!
Get this on video, quick! On your step, they're everywhere.
Mysterious sky glow. On the 31st of March in Petah Tikva, 2026, a man heard a strange sound, so he went up to his rooftop and was left stunned by what he saw. The sky was glowing bright red, with eerie noises echoing as if something otherworldly wanted to land on the earth. But some invisible power was holding it back. The entire sky kept flashing red again and again, and a strange glow was moving above the clouds. No one knows what was causing it, and the authorities are still struggling to find answers. Strange phenomenon. A group of friends was out for a nighttime walk in Haripur, Sylhet, Bangladesh, when they experienced something that defied reality. One of them lit a matchstick, and as he brought it near the ground lit up with blue and orange light that moved as if they were standing on a 3D screen. Shocked by the sight, they captured the moment, researched it, and came to know that it was caused by methane gas leaking in the area for the last 70 years. Heavenly entities. These kinds of videos make us wonder if nature is far more mysterious than we realize. A man was hiking in the mountains of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, in USA, when the sky suddenly turned dark with thick clouds, and a blue and white vertical beam of light began to form in the distance, as if angels were descending to earth in the form of glowing pillars. It was a mesmerizing, almost sacred scene. But what do you think it actually was? Winged goat. On the 27th of August, 2016, people in Rio Venado, a small village in Oaxaca, Mexico, were left stunned when a mysterious creature landed there. It was standing on two claw-like legs and had large black wings, but what made it even stranger was its goat head with long horns rising from its skull. The people were terrified because it was letting out eerie screams and trying to charge at the onlookers. They immediately called the authorities, who took it away, and no official report ever revealed what the creature was. Possessed ibex. A man living in Elko, Nevada, USA, noticed his pet ibex acting one day very strangely. It suddenly stood upright on its hind legs and started walking around the room like a human. He was shocked because he had owned it for 2 years and had never seen it do anything like this before. He recorded a video and showed it to his grandfather, who suggested that the animal might be possessed by an evil spirit, which was making it behave so strangely. Tree glitch.
Waiting orders.
One night, a taxi driver was on his way to pick up a passenger in Changsha, Hunan, China, when he saw something strange in the distance on the road. A tree seemed to be shifting continuously from left to right. At first, he thought it was a glitch in the matrix, but after focusing for a while, he realized it wasn't the tree moving at all. It was actually a blinking light shining on the tree, creating the illusion that it was glitching.
Changing position.
Green sky.
Okay, I put a hood on. That bat can't scare me.
Just a year ago in Sharjah, Dubai, people captured something mind-boggling over the city. The sky was covered with thick clouds, but the strange part was that the clouds were green. People were scared, as if something bad was about to happen. Another video also surfaced on the internet showing a similar green glow in the sky at night. After many strange theories spread online, one logical explanation was given by a meteorologist. This kind of phenomenon can occur before a heavy hailstorm.
Well, it did scare me, but whatever.
Sky Division.
Look at that! It's like the sky's been split in half by that wall of cloud.
A woman was driving peacefully on Westheimer Road in Houston, Texas, along with her son, when this strange phenomenon appeared in the sky. Both of them were left stunned because the sky seemed to be split in two. The left side was covered with thick, dark clouds, but the right side was clear, as if God had divided the sky with his finger. When they shared the clip with her father, who was a meteorologist, he explained that this phenomenon is called a shelf cloud, and it happens when cold air from a thunderstorm collides with warm air.
I have never seen anything like this. It's so powerful and a little scary, but it's beautiful.
Turkeys circling tombstones.
Can he do to be haunted by turkeys?
A man went to visit his parents' graves at Lakeview Cemetery in Duluth, Minnesota, USA, and was left shocked to see 3 turkeys walking in circles around his father's tombstone, as if they were stuck in a loop. Curious, he started recording. Even more strangely, another group of turkeys began circling his mother's tombstone as well. He took this unusual scene as a sign from God, comforting him that his parents had reached heaven and that their graves had become special, almost sacred places that the turkeys were honoring. Portal opening. One night in Bandung, West Java, Indonesia, a man was heading home after his night shift at the factory. The road was surrounded by trees and a metal wall. It was 3 a.m. when the streetlights suddenly began flickering rapidly, creating a scene that looked like a portal was opening in front of him. For a moment, he felt as though, if he kept walking, he might be dragged into another world. He was so scared that he quickly captured the moment on his camera, then turned back and changed his route to avoid any trouble. Mysterious car. One Sunday, a man was waiting for his turn at a barbershop in Anhui, China, when he captured a shocking moment on his camera. Next to the barbershop was a white car, but it was mysteriously changing color between white and black. The man was confused because he had never seen anything like this before. Out of curiosity, he asked viewers online for their opinions, and one commenter suggested that there might actually be 2 cars. Due to the position of the mirrors and the viewing angle, it created the illusion that a single car was changing color. Pink sky. On the 8th of January, 2016, a man was driving peacefully on a snowy night on the Aston Expressway in Birmingham, UK. Suddenly, the sky turned pink, as if nature had stopped following its own laws and changed the sky's color from black to pink. The man filmed this unusual scene, and later experts revealed that it was caused by large stadium lights refracting through the falling snow particles, creating the appearance of a pink sky. Motionless bird. A man was driving to work in Roswell, New Mexico, when he spotted an open bill standing beside the road. What made it strange was that the bird was standing motionless, as if someone had pressed pause on it. Its beak was half open, and its feathers outstretched. The man filmed the bird and later asked one of his friends, a student of ornithology, who claimed that birds sometimes freeze their movements when they sense danger nearby or when they are trying to hunt something and are intensely focused on it. Mysterious mountain lion.
Oh my god. You see that?
One day, a woman was hiking on the Appalachian Trail in the USA when her peaceful walk turned into a terrifying moment. She suddenly saw a lion moving along the mountain slope. Her breath stopped because such a wild animal was not expected at that height. What made it even stranger was its tail. It was curved, held upright, and had a black stinger at the end, like a scorpion's. She had never seen anything like that on a lion before. Afraid to attract its attention, she stayed motionless until it left, then hurried down the trail to save her life.
Holy.
Mammatus clouds. This mysterious sighting appeared over Mystic, Connecticut, USA, 2 years ago, and was captured by a man hurrying home before it started raining. The sky had formed a strange, lumpy pattern of clouds. He was shocked because he was seeing this kind of frightening cloud formation for the first time ever. Curious, he shared the clip on Instagram to let viewers guess what could have created such a sky. Among many assumptions, one comment really stood out that these were actually Mammatus clouds that were formed when cold, heavy air sinks downward from a cloud into the warmer air below. Turbulence and moisture make these hanging bumps visible beneath the cloud, turning the sky into something that looks almost otherworldly. 2 moons. One evening, in Madrid, Spain, a man turned on his camera to record the moon in the sky when something shocking happened. There were not one, but two quarter moons. One was shining brighter, and the other looked normal. Even more mysteriously, it changed its position from the left to the right side of the moon. He blinked his eyes twice, thinking that maybe his brain was playing tricks on him, but it was not a trick. It happened in reality and was captured clearly on camera. If you have any explanation about it, kindly write it down in the comments section. Ash clouds. Recently, a strange video was shared by a person in Tehran, Iran, when dark clouds covered the entire city. But the shocking thing was that the clouds were full of ash, and this ash was creating a thick layer on everything under the sky. He was even more stunned when he slid his finger across a car parked by the road, and his fingertip turned completely black with ash. This might be the impact of the ongoing situation between the US and Iran, and the environment is getting polluted day by day. Dark flying entities.
Офигеть, это получается снимать? Что это такое?
Two friends were driving on a sunny day in Astoria, Oregon, USA, to have lunch outside when they spotted something hovering high in the sky through the windshield. There were two dark shapes with long appendages attached to their backs and two white eyes. They were shocked, as nothing like this was expected to appear in the sky. Later, one of them showed the clip to her father, who claimed that they might be kites flying in the sky, but she was not convinced and kept thinking it might be something otherworldly.
Офигеть, это получается снимать? Что это такое?
Jesus sighting.
Trời ơi, may gì lạ vậy?
One morning in Ash Grove, Missouri, a farmer was working in his field when he was stunned to see something strange in the sky. There was a cloud formation, but the strange thing was that it looked like a man standing with his arms outstretched, outlined by an orange glow. He was sure this was Jesus Christ showing his presence to his faithful believers, but when he shared the footage online, many viewers dismissed it as a hoax.
Nhìn giống hình Chúa quá, chưa bao giờ thấy cảnh này luôn á.
Kitsune. Tourist was hiking on Bangor Mountain in Wales when he spotted a very strange creature climbing up the slope. It was a pale orange animal walking on all fours with a pointed face like a coyote, but what made it really mysterious was that it had 6 tails. He had never heard of or seen anything like it before, so he recorded a video and posted it on Instagram. One of the commenters said it looked like a kitsune, a mythical creature that is believed to grow an extra tail every 100 years. Rain shaft. A man was driving to Sedona, Arizona to spend his summer vacation when he captured an unexpected rain moment. He stopped his car by the side of the road to get some fresh air, when suddenly it began raining, but the rain was falling in only one spot, as if a streak of water were stretching from the clouds to the earth. What made the scene even more shocking was that both sides of the rain were completely dry. Confused, he Googled it and found that it was a natural phenomenon called a rain shaft. Sluagh sighting.
Aliens?
A man was traveling from Fairbanks to Anchorage, Alaska, to attend a friend's wedding when he noticed something strange by the side of the road. A thin trail of smoke was rising toward the sky, then slowly fading away as if it were alive. He remembered the old stories of the Sluagh, the terrifying souls of the sinners who were welcomed neither in hell nor in heaven, left to wander the earth forever. Watching that ghostly smoke climb into the sky, he couldn't shake the feeling that he had just seen one of them.
We're in Nevada, this makes sense.
Sheesh Nog. Just a year ago, in Bangalore, India, villagers were shocked when a terrifying snake suddenly appeared in the street. The strangest thing about it was its hood. It seemed to have 5 heads attached to one body. It stood there, hissing at people and not letting anyone come close. The witnesses were convinced it was Sheshnag, a mythical serpent from their mythology. Mysterious tree. This man had heard about a strange tree lifting in the air in Hansi, Haryana, India, so out of curiosity, he went to explore and was left stunned. The tree actually appears to have no roots and is lifted off the ground, as if an invisible force were supporting it. Since the spot is considered a sacred place for Hindus, and on further exploration, he came to know that the tree is actually supported by a neighboring stem, which is rooted in the earth and is responsible for nourishing the larger tree. Blood red sky. Sometimes we experience things our minds refuse to accept, and this kind of phenomenon occurred in Tulsa, Oklahoma, USA, at dusk when the sky suddenly turned blood red. The residents were terrified by the apocalyptic scene and started calling it doomsday, but after a while, everything returned to normal. Meteorologists later claimed that this happened due to tropical cyclone Narelle. High winds from the cyclone lifted iron-rich red dust and soil into the atmosphere, which absorbed blue and green light, while allowing red light to pass through. The eerie red haze covered several towns, creating truly apocalyptic scenes. Quicksand. A group of friends were visiting the Hudson River in Sleepy Hollow, New York, when they experienced something strange. As they neared the bank, they spotted a delicate patch of sand that was so soft that if a person stepped into it, they would be slowly swallowed by the ground, inch by inch. Out of curiosity, they turned on their cameras and poked the sand with their feet, but they never dared to step fully into it. If you have any idea how this kind of quicksand forms, write it down in the comments below. Lifeless dove. A man was heading toward his car after doing some grocery shopping in St. Augustine, Florida, when he witnessed a peculiar moment in the sky. He quickly turned on his camera because he had never seen a pigeon hovering in the air before. He was shocked by the sight because it seemed as if it was not a real pigeon, but a toy hanging in the air with an invisible thread. Yet, it was actually real. After recording for a while, the pigeon suddenly came back to life and flew away, leaving the man wondering how a bird could remain frozen in midair like that. Frozen plane.
This plane isn't moving.
A woman was out for a morning walk in Galena, Illinois, when she saw something strange high above in the sky. It was a banner-towing plane, but the thing that made it unsettling was that it wasn't moving at all. It was suspended in the air in a single position. She kept recording in surprise, and a thought crept into her mind that maybe she had captured a real glitch in the Matrix. But when she shared the video on Instagram, viewers quickly dismissed it as a parallax effect, creating the illusion of a frozen plane.
But it sounds like it's moving.
Sundog.
Didn't believe it until I saw it. 2 suns.
This video was filmed by a man in Boone, North Carolina, while he was doing yoga in the park near his home. Suddenly, he noticed something unbelievable in the sky. 2 suns. One shone brightly, while the other looked like its faint shadow. He stared in confusion, wondering how a shadow of the sun could appear in the sky. After watching for a while, he decided to investigate, and his research revealed a strange but real phenomenon called a sundog, created when sunlight passes through icy crystals in high clouds during sunrise or sunset, producing a ghostly double of the sun.
The 2 suns reflecting. I don't know if that has something to do with the refraction of the ozone layer or what.
Pink moon. On the 1st of April, 2023, an astronomer set up his camera to capture the moon. The moon first appeared red, then turned yellow, then white, and finally, at midnight, it turned pink. When this clip was shared online, people were scared because they believed it was one of the prophecies coming true before the arrival of doomsday. But what is your opinion about it? Dog turned human. A tourist was visiting Canterbury, London, when he noticed a strange creature by the roadside that made him uneasy. It was tied with a collar and sitting on the ground beside its owner. Its body was hairless, covered in dark markings that looked like tattoos. Even stranger was its face. At first, it looked like a normal dog with a pointy snout, but when it turned toward the camera, its features seemed to shift into a human-like face, with similar eyes and one ear, like a dog, and one like a human. The owner insisted it was just a normal dog, but the tourist couldn't shake the feeling that neither of them belonged to this world. Terrifying Glacier entity. On the 5th of December, 2023, a ship was sailing through the Antarctic Ocean when its captain saw something terrifying. Snow fell from a glacier and revealed a dark creature with strange head-like shapes clinging to the ice, almost like a giant serpent's hood. Curious, he zoomed in and saw several heads with horns, which made his blood run cold. Not wanting to risk his crew's safety, he changed the ship's route and left whatever was hiding in the ice. Horned snake. 2 years ago in Gopeng, Malaysia, a man went to a ditch to find his football, which had fallen in while playing, and saw something he never expected. A strange creature was lying on a tree root, looking like a snake, with its mouth half open and creepy eyes. Its mouth was full of sharp teeth, and it had 2 horns on its head and a strange fin on its neck. Terrified, the man ran to call the authorities, but by the time they arrived, the creature had disappeared and was never seen again. Angelic sighting.
Head, robe, everything.
It's like it's watching us.
On the 25th of May, 2021, people over Savannah, Georgia, USA, saw something no one expected. A cloud formation was covering the sunlight, but the mysterious thing about it was that it had an angel-like shape, with arms outstretched, wings attached to its sides, and a distorted head twisted at a strange angle. When this clip was circulated online, some viewers became convinced that it was truly an angelic sighting, while others argued that it was nothing more than pareidolia.
That's unreal. It's like it's carved out of light.
Floating rock. This video freaks me out, and I hope it will freak you out too. It was shared by a nature explorer, wandering the outskirts of Australia, when he spotted a boulder that left him shocked. It was uplifting. Curiosity drove in, and he went closer to it and looked down at the rock. There was a visible gap with no support at all. He even touched the sand, thinking his mind might be deceiving him. Still confused, he shared the footage on Instagram, and the skeptics said it was nothing but a clever hoax. Crows over Israel. Recently, a man saw something distressing over Tel Aviv, Israel. There were thousands of crows circling over the city. He was terrified because he had been living there for 20 years and had never seen anything like it before. He captured the scene and shared the clip online, claiming it was a sign of an impending apocalypse. But I want to know your opinion about it, so write it down in the comments section. Strange, flickering lights. Just a couple of months ago, in Guadalajara, Mexico, CCTV cameras captured a frightening moment in the middle of the night. At first, everything seemed normal, until the lights began flickering, not just in one town or city, but across the entire country. The sky was covered with dark clouds, and something bright red was glowing above, as if a UFO was about to land and had drained the country of its power, leaving everything in darkness. But later, no major news about it came out, and the moment was explained away as a simple power failure. Open discussion. AI-generated videos are everywhere now, and it's becoming almost impossible to tell which clips are real and which are hoaxes. 2 similar videos have recently caught a lot of attention online, so I want to know what you think about them. The first video was recorded by a man walking along a road in Bandung, Indonesia, when he spotted a huge bird flying in the sky. Out of curiosity, he zoomed in with his camera. As the creature landed, it gave everyone chills. It no longer looked like a bird, but a human-like figure with large wings attached to its back. The second clip was filmed in Juneau, Alaska, USA, by a man waiting for the bus. A black creature suddenly landed on the road and began leaping toward people. It had long black hair and a creepy face that resembled a witch. Thank you so much for watching this video. Share your thoughts in the comments section, like and share this video with your friends, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any of our latest uploads.